Yes, as I said that if we just see whether it is a complete AI stack or whether we see a complete cloud stack on which any mission critical applications of government or enterprise are running in, it always starts at the ground level, which is chips, right? From chips level, you actually end up making equipment. On the top of that, you start making operating systems. Then you run, in case of AI, for example, you actually have data sets, then you have models, and then you have applications, right? So government of India is clearly understanding this whole stack, which need to be completely owned by India. As I said, at the chip level, India has created semiconductor mission, which means India is able to design and fabricate and assemble and package its own chips in India itself. Starting has been done maybe with chips which are 28 nanometer, but I'm very sure once this mission starts, right, we will start manufacturing the most high-end 2 nanometer, 3 nanometer chips also. And I think as the Minister of IT announced also, that within 5 years, India can also expect its own GPU manufacturing also in India, which will be a real sovereignty at a root level. Then you're not dependent on a chip which is designed, let's say, in US and manufactured, let's say, in Taiwan. India will be able to design and manufacture in India itself. Now, on the top of that, so this is semiconductor mission, which is addressing this point, right? We also would have seen that India now is also trying to find other sources of rare earth metals also. Prime Minister visited so much of countries in the, in the Latin America and Africa. The reason was that if China has put a huge control on rare earth, which if presumably they are owning 90% of the rare earths in the world, then India will have to be self-dependent rare earths, because these are the rare earths which are actually being used in manufacture of electronics. So that is another component which government is very, very serious about, why most of the people are not able to see this big picture. Then on the top of that, why India decided under India AI mission to build its own model? There was a lot of discussion that India should rather use the model which already have been built in US, and India should only be the so-called use case capital of the world. I would rather say it is a great decision that India decided, not from economic reasons, but from geopolitical sovereignty reasons, that India should build its own LLM. One is that we will not be dependent on any foreign closed source or open source model. What is open source today, like a llama, tomorrow it may not be open source. Again, India will be dependent on third parties. So India should make its own LLM. Second is, LLMs ultimately become a representative of human intelligence. If human intelligence in India, I'm guided by my own culture, by my own data set, by my own thought pattern, my own context, my LLMs also should reflect my culture, my thought pattern. So Indian LLMs should be trained in India's own data set. So that is a great thing, which is the biggest focus of India AI mission. That India AI mission, number one, is making GPUs available at a very, very low price. You will be happy to know that a GPU which is otherwise available at $4 or $5 per hour in the world, in India, thanks to India AI mission and the whole, I would say, very serious thinking in India AI mission, the same GPU is available to the end users at less than $1 per hour.